Tech companies market artificial intelligence as an instant cure-all for your daily workflow. But log into your computer on a Monday morning, and you are likely still staring down the exact same avalanche of administrative tasks you were dealing with 5 years ago. AI can technically handle a vast amount of this boring, repetitive work. But there is a hidden catch. Taking an off-the-shelf AI and configuring it to execute your specific daily tasks reliably is a massive, complex engineering project. Before you attempt to build an automated workflow, you have to treat it like a financial decision. You need a strict return on investment calculation, carefully weighing the hours you will spend setting the system up against the hours it will eventually save you. This effort versus impact chart shows exactly how wildly that calculation varies. Firing up a basic chatbot to generate a simple email draft requires almost zero setup, but saves you maybe 10 minutes. Conversely, building an AI agent to parse and update an entire inventory database could save you hundreds of hours, but demands a massive upfront technical investment. The upfront cost of delegation is very real. To get meaningful output, you must calculate if your long-term efficiency justifies the initial friction of teaching a machine how to do your job. Long before you open a terminal or select a model, you have to meticulously define your own project goals. You need to know exactly what success looks like, down to the granular details. This brings us to the foundational rule of AI collaboration. You must be an expert in your field first, and an AI delegator second. If you skip this step and ask an AI to solve a problem you don't fully understand yourself, the system won't invent a brilliant strategy for you. It will simply generate generic, useless output based on statistical probability. We call this cognitive prerequisite problem awareness. It is the distinct ability to look at your workload and accurately map out areas where you just need more data processing versus the areas that require critical, nuanced human judgment. Without deep problem awareness, deploying AI does not save you time. It simply accelerates the production of mediocre work that you will inevitably have to go back and fix manually. The ROI matrix starts with problem awareness. The input is human effort, auditing workflows to separate basic tasks from strategic calls. The outcome is a targeted framework where AI adds measurable value. The trade-off is intense upfront cognitive load before any code is written. You cannot hand over the wheel to a chatbot to solve a poorly defined business problem. The human must build the track before the machine can run on it. Once you know the problem, you have to choose your tools. This requires platform awareness, an understanding of the actual technology you are deploying. The second column evaluates platform awareness, choosing between massive foundation models and smaller, task-specific ones. Massive models offer broad, versatile capabilities and complex reasoning. But the trade-off is severe. They cost exponentially more per query and require massive computing power. This hardware reality destroys the ROI for simple tasks. Using a massive foundation model to write a basic Python script or draft a standard meeting recap is highly inefficient and sometimes leads to overcomplicated, inaccurate outputs. Bigger is not always better. Over-allocating massive AI resources to simple tasks will quickly destroy the return on your technical investment. The final layer of our framework is where things get truly complicated. This is task delegation, the point where an AI moves beyond chatting and starts taking real action on your behalf. The final column reveals the friction of building autonomous assistants. The input requires heavy engineering, building custom APIs to connect AI to siloed data like calendars or live inventory. The outcome is a functional autonomous agent, capable of executing multi-step workflows entirely without human intervention. But the trade-off is massive fragility. Because these agents rely on a web of APIs, if your underlying database formatting changes slightly or a single connection breaks, the entire automation collapses. Think of it like a precision clock. A system that complex runs beautifully when perfectly calibrated, but the moment one tiny gear pops out of alignment, the whole machine seizes up. Contrast that technical fragility with a human worker. If a database temporarily goes offline, a human employee simply picks up the phone or waits 10 minutes. An AI agent fails immediately and throws an error code. Building custom integrations does not eliminate work. It simply shifts your burden from doing the day-to-day tasks to constantly maintaining your IT infrastructure. The ROI matrix reveals a stark reality. Deploying advanced AI often transforms frontline execution work into back-end management work. To decide how you should divide your workload starting tomorrow, you need a strict, practical filter. This decision tree starts here. Is the task highly repetitive? If yes, we move to the second node. Does the workflow require human judgment or strictly data processing? Finally, the last node. Do you have the clean data required to build a reliable integration? Your honest answers to these 3 questions dictate your logical paths forward. Fully automate the process, augment with a chat interface, or reserve for human-only execution. If you are a time-poor professional trying to escape basic grunt work, stick to simple chat interfaces for drafting emails and brainstorming. The ROI of building custom integrations for your daily admin tasks is completely negative. If you are an optimizer managing complex company systems, invest the heavy upfront time to build those custom extensions. Use smaller, targeted models connected to your APIs to clear massive data bottlenecks. And if you are simply overwhelmed by the options, stop trying to delegate to AI entirely. Take a step back and clearly define your own human goals and quality standards first. The goal of AI fluency is balance, human focus dedicated to strategic vision, while precisely configured data pipelines handle the execution behind the scenes. Effective AI collaboration relies on making these deliberate, upfront investments to leverage the unique strengths of both human and artificial intelligence.